friends. It's Jenna, Simple Celluloid, Red Wine, Motel Hell. Jesus, take the wheel. We begin with the owner. He's got a sister. We'll call her Pigtails. We'll call him Owner. He flips on the old no vacancy sign at the Motel Hell, takes his shotgun. You think, okay, cool, he's gonna do a little midnight hunting. He goes out to a back road, sets some bear traps down, and a happy couple who just happens to be driving by on their sidecar runs over the bear traps, flips the sidecar. He dies, I'm pretty sure. She doesn't. He loads them both into the back of his truck, brings them back to Motel Hell. She gets brought into Granny's room. Pigtails, give me the goddamn key! I gotta fix this chick up! Fine. Also at Motel Hell, it's a multifunctional motel. They also sell the owner's smoked meats. Apparently they're famous far and wide. He's got a pigsty out back where he keeps his meats. Just wait. Cop shows up at the front door. He's got his babe catchers on. Yo, there was an accident out there. What's going on? Main owner is like, yeah, the guy died. I mean, I was out there, I saw it, I buried him, I just took it upon myself. The woman who was with him, we kind of are nursing her back to health. And of course, she's super distraught. At the same time, kind of becomes part of their family. Like they almost adopt her in a weird way. I don't know if she has family who's waiting for her. An inspector shows up to check out the pigsty. Gotta keep them pigs clean if you're gonna smoke them, guess. He gets a little suspicious about the smokehouse for good reason. After he leaves that night, he plots to come back and he breaks in, and the owner, right upside the head with a shovel. You find out that what Owner is doing with these people he's ambushing is drilling holes in his backyard garden and planting these people up to their neck in dirt and putting sacks over their heads, cutting their vocal cords, injecting them with some sort of solution, and then they just wobble around in the dirt, gurgling. Same thing happens to a band. Ivan and the Terribles. They're driving to a gig, one would assume. They get booby-trapped by Owner. He runs him off the side of the road, piles him in the truck. Pigtails meets him at the thing and is like, cool, let's bury some more bodies. And their heads are just like this. It's like face cabbages. They're just face cabbages in the ground. So they leave their massive head cabbage garden and focus on Blondie. Hey, yo, you're part of the family. Hey, cool. We're gonna teach you how to smoke some meat someday. Yeah, that meat is people. I understand that none of this is making sense. Welcome to my world for the past 3 hours, okay? They got some more customers at the old Motel Hell for some jerky. The owner and his sister are back at their face cabbage garden, kind of tending the weeds, and they hear the ring-a-ding-ding of the doorbell. Turns out she forgot to put up the no vacancy sign, so these two freak shows show up, and they're like, yo, we want a room, and yo, we want to get down, and yo, you want to come back there and have foursome with us? Yes. These two get a room. She busts out like the whip. She's like, psh, right? He comes out in a strapless bra, a clear vinyl tutu, and lace-up ballet slippers, and starts to shave his chest. The owner and Pigtail come in. They got a gas mask. Oh yeah, we're totally into it. Gas the shit out of us. They knock these people out, obviously, plant them in their face cabbage garden. Turns out, Blondie's got a little bit of Stockholm syndrome. She's got a thing for old Owner. I mean, Blondie is 24. Owner's about 103. He's like, yeah, we're gonna bring you into the fold. We're gonna teach you how to smoke some meats. He takes off on his tractor to go tend to his garden. She sneaks into the smokehouse. Dead pigs everywhere, but she's gonna get into some stuff that she shouldn't be seeing, and out pops Pigtails. She is not a fan of Blondie kind of interloping into what's happening here. So she says, "You've been cooped up in the house so long. What do you say we go inner tubing?" So she takes her to the lake. They do some inner tubing. Of course, Blondie is in a white t-shirt with no bra, so it is just like boobs time. Pigtails pulls out a razor, cuts her own inner tube. She knows Blondie can't really swim that well. She tries to drown Blondie when Blondie tries to save her. Owner comes, to the rescue, pulls her out. They drag her back to the house. She recuperates. Owner sits by her sick bed and she's like, "Do me, okay?" Grabs him, tries to make out with him. He's like, "We need to be married first." "Owner, did you just propose to me?" Cop finds out secondhand that old owner is about to marry Blondie, who now he decides he's mad in love with. Runs to the motel, busts through the door, of course, walks in on her while she's in her bath, and he's like, "No way you really want this old bro. I'm in love with you, you're mine." She's like, "No, I'm not. I really want him. We're getting married." And he's like, "Too bad that old bastard's got syphilis." I hate myself. Owner doesn't like being made fun of. He comes out with a shotgun. He drives the cop off of his property, and this prompts the cop to do some actual cop detective work. So he digs up the fact that there's like 200 cars in the lake. He digs up the fact that the sidecar had been sabotaged. He comes back armed with all this information. Meanwhile, Blondie has been drugged by Pigtails and Owner, and they're gonna teach her some smoking or maybe smoke her shanks. I don't know. While Owner and Pigtails are otherwise indisposed, cop comes in and tries to save Blondie. Of course, does a shit job because Owner comes out with a chainsaw. Meanwhile, the face cabbages have revolted. They have managed to get their sacks off of their faces, get themselves out of the dirt. Prior to this, by the way, I don't know how I could have forgotten this. 3 of the face cabbages have had their necks snapped and have been brought into the smokehouse to be smoked. It's confirmed. Owner's jerky is people. Blondie's in trouble. She's on some sort of slicer device and she's slowly moving toward her doom. Meanwhile, cop is fighting old dude with chainsaws. Also, the face cabbages are on the march. They attack Pigtails, drag her back to the old dirt patch and shove her down in their face first, so Pigtails is donezo. Owner ends up getting a chainsaw to the side. He's almost donezo, but he manages to hang on for just a little bit. Cop manages to save Blondie, get her off the slicer. They confront Owner at the very end, and you find out the reason he's been planting these face cabbages is because there are too many people in the world and not enough food. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Cabbage people are still out for some produce revenge. Owner's like, "Take care of my animals." Meanwhile, Blondie's like, I'm not gonna do that. Now that Owner's dead, now that Pigtails is dead, you should just burn this place down. And he's like, "That would be arson. That's against the law." The Motel Hell sign explodes and scene. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to put these on because I can't even stand to look at myself right now. This movie, not only is it like a jillion minutes long, it's awful. Run. Do not walk. Run away from this movie. I feel like I'm being really mean, but I feel like it's not undeserved. Jenna, sinful celluloid, red wine, put my babe catcher sunglasses on. Do not watch Motel Hell. You're welcome.